some of these. Hello. Yes. Oh, boy, good to see you all. Those people over there, by the way, those are people who found that if you play Ice Ice Baby backwards, it contains hidden messages. That's who those people are. Yeah. Uh-oh. You're gonna get busy. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Now, Star, you've heard that song before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously you've heard it, my brother. You got a routine worked out to it, yes. Yeah, Gordy, let me hear it one more time. Forward. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Gordy, now, let's see if they're right. Play it backwards, and let's listen. Play it backwards.
Yo, Ice, what's the deal with Arsenio Hall's hair?
Yo, I don't know, G. Maybe he let Rick Dees cut it.
Oh, man. Yeah, y'all right. Y'all right. Well, thank you for enlightening me. Yes. That's amazing. Did you know that, Star?
No. It's totally new to me.
I'm Arsenio Hall, by the way, and today, oh, yes, thank you. Yes. Did you read in the paper today about the killer bees? You did? How many know about the killer bees? Yes. Yes. A swarm of killer bees have migrated into Texas, and trouble started already. Last night, 3 people were injured in a flyby stinging. Hit me! Yes. No, the truth is the killer bees are here. Now, this may be me, but hasn't it taken them a long time to get here? Doesn't it seem like for the last 10 years we've heard the damn killer bees are on their way from Africa or someplace? You know, what took the bees so long? Were they carrying big switchblades and they couldn't fly fast? You know, come on, hold up the front. You know, it's been like 10 years they've been coming, you know, those killer bees. But they're here now. They're finally here. The bees are here. Yes. Oh, boy, there's a big fight tonight. Yeah, big fight. Yeah. It's very evenly matched. They both look pretty good, and I'm not sure who's going to win. Who are you guys pulling for, the Cosbys or the Simpsons? Oh, not that fight. I'm talking about the Cosbys and the Simpsons. Who's going to win? You're talking about Holyfield. Oh. Actually, by the time this airs, all that'll be over. Both fights actually will be over. You all want to make a prediction on the other fight, the Holyfield-Douglas fight? How many say, this will be interesting to watch when you're watching this tonight, because it'll be over at that point. How many say Buster Douglas? Show by your applause. How many say Evander Holyfield? What is it? Sound like just a slight edge for Evander? Here? In this audience? Just a little bit. Was that your voice, brother? That didn't sound like his voice, though, did it? It's like the guy next to you has his hand in your back or something, you know? Because it was like, you know, he said, just a little bit, you know? Oh, boy. Every day I learn something doing this show. Sitting reading this morning, and we checked this to make sure it was true. How many knew Saddam Hussein was a lawyer? You know that? Saddam Hussein, that's true. He's actually a lawyer, and the Middle East Institute Library confirmed it. They said that he took the bar exam, and he was actually accompanied, when he went to take it that day, by heavily armed guards with Uzis. And he passed, and he's actually... Yeah. I guess he did pass. You know? I hope John Kennedy Jr. is watching. Listen, man, maybe you're going about it all wrong. You know? Take some guys with you. John, forget your tutor, get a goon with a six-shooter. Be like Sodom, you know? He's a lawyer. Isn't that surprising? I mean, he's such a snake, a backstabber, a liar, a weasel. Yeah, that's perfect, actually. He makes a great lawyer when you think about it, you know? My lawyer's sitting at home saying, oh, that's not fair.
Honey, did you hear the joke he just did? That's not...
Oh, gosh. If you watch TV in Iraq, they probably have late-night commercials for Jacoby and Hussein, you know? Their slogan is, we win cases the old-fashioned way. We hold a judge hostage. Did you read this thing about LAX, the baggage claim area for United Airlines was closed for 2 hours, and officials at LAX found a hanger nade in a suitcase and shell casings in the unclaimed baggage area. And it turned out, this is very funny, it turned out that the luggage belonged to an actor and the explosives were just props. Did you see this on the news? Yeah, the stuff was just props. See, that proves how bad our airline or our airport luggage systems are and how long stuff can be lost. The actor turned out to be Sylvester Stallone, and the props were from the first Rambo movie. Been lost a long time. Been lost a very long time. Interesting story out of Texas. At Our Lady of Sorrows Church in San Antonio, Texas, a woman was, she actually attends the church, and she had been warned about singing bad. Apparently she sings real bad and she sings real loud. Sometimes she even sings different songs. But she does this, yeah, you know, church is going on there singing, Jesus, keep me, she's ice, ice, baby. You know, no, but she is creating a disturbance, I guess, and she continued to sing that way after she was warned, and church officials had her arrested. Yeah. That's weird. Do you think it's fair to arrest this lady and let Pia Zadora and Biz Markie run the streets free? Come on, you know? Her singing couldn't have been that bad. But there's a happy ending to the story. This morning, she got a call from Hollywood. The lady's going to be hired on the television show Cop Rock. So, there's a happy ending. I'm sorry, Cop Rock fans over there? You like Cop Rock? I've watched it. How many have seen it? You've seen it? I appreciate them stretching out and trying something new at the network, but this is a strange show. I'm from the neighborhood, and I've seen undercover cops or police officers arrest guys for dealing drugs and cuff them and beat them up. And believe me, they don't start singing like Jeffrey Osborne, you know? You know what I mean? You don't see guys, I sold some crack. Now I got this foot in my back. I sold some crack. Now I got, you know, it's like, it don't happen. You don't see this. Guys in the mess hall at jail, ice, ice, baby. Oh, gosh, we got a show for you. We got a show for you. What, you know the thing, before I come out, you all are doing that warm-up thing, and you do that bass that they give it all to you, and you do that. Yeah, I hear it back over there, and that, yeah, well, do that thing that you do, that thing where you just go crazy. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about, that thing where you, it's almost like your solo. It's almost, you know, that's it, yes, 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 yes. Work on that bass. Michael, do what you want to do, do what you want to do. Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. We got a great show for you. We got the music of Layla Hathaway. The comedy of Harry Hi. Join me tomorrow night when my guests will be Larry King, Jamie Gertz, and the P-Funk Horn sitting with the posse. One nation under a grow. Yes, should be fun. Should be fun. You see this lady each week as Rebecca on Cheers. And now she's starring in a new movie. Yeah, you can clap. You can clap. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And now she has another movie out, and it's called Sibling Rivalry, which I hope is as hysterical as she is when she comes to visit. Give it up for Kirstie Alley. Yeah. Now, last night, you had your little premiere for the movie.
Right.
And I know for a fact, at the same time, Billy Idol was someplace with his lip moving. Yeah. Yeah, you do that very well. Do it again, because I can't do it. Yeah, that's it.
That's why we should have gotten married. He does it with the other side, see, and we would have locked.
She's a huge Billy Idol fan.
I love Billy Idol. I really do. I love his white hair and his... He does have very, those lips, I think they're sort of prehensile, you know? And I just... I think that's how he grabs women, you know? He sort of...
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What? Wait, okay.
But I had to go to my premiere, you know?
Yeah. At a point, I mean, do you like him so much that at a point you said, I might have to miss my premiere? Do you like him that much?
I do like him that much. I do like him. But I like to work more than I like him.
Yeah.
So, I thought if I didn't show up, I might be in big trouble, you know?
Yeah, yeah. What does your husband think?
You look like Black Gumby with your haircut like that.
Well, thanks for stopping by. We'll take a commercial and come. No. Her husband is Parker Stevenson from Baywatch. And I was wondering, what does he think, like, when he knows about your admiration for people like Billy Idol?
Well, you know, he knows I'm not dead and I'm not blind, so, you know, I'm just married.
That's a good answer, huh? Good answer, good answer.
And he has, you know, he loves, now, see, he's a preppy, right? He went to Princeton, and I learned a very interesting thing about preppies. They are perverts. They are. They've gone to boys' school too long, so they never got to see these, like, great bimbos. And he just loves bimbos. He does. He loves, if you are about, you know, if you have, like, mega blonde hair and huge breasts and you wear really trashy clothes, we'll be at a party and he'll see some just pig and he'll go, isn't she a lovely woman?
So he's a bustman.
Yes, he likes blondes and busts. So what he's doing with me, I don't know.
Well, you can dye your hair, and I think you're busted just fine. Plus, what did they say in high school when women first start developing? Anything over a mouthful is a waste.
Now, who said that? No man said that. The women say that.
Yeah.
Have you ever met a man that said, oh, I'd love to go out with her, but her breasts are just too big? No.
That's a good point. That's a good point, because you do never see guys say, Morgana, woo! All that bouncing. Oh, boy. Why don't you do a project with your husband?
Well, we did a project once. We did a play together. And we were really mean to each other. And we were very disrespectful. You know, you would never direct another actor. But we were directing each other and going, you know, you are not funny. When you're up there doing that, you're not funny. I'm back here being funny. And they want to be looking at me. They don't want to be looking at you doing your stupid stuff. And he'd go, well, I'll tell you something. when I do this, don't upstage me.
Yeah.
And we were fighting constantly, and it ended up in this huge blow-up. He called me, now this was a first. It could have happened before, but it didn't. He called me the C word, and I called him the MF word.
guys. Ooh,
And then his mom and dad came to visit, and we acted like we were getting along real good. You know? But we were just so mean, so we said, you know, we'd rather be married than be acting together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that answers that question very well. We're going to take a little commercial, but before we go, tell me what sibling rivalry is all about. Then we'll come back and show a clip and talk about it and get into it.
Well, it's about a woman who's a housewife who's very bored, and but she's very subservient. She's every man's dream, and she has this. It's brothers and sisters too. It's about stories about brothers and sisters, but mainly what happens is she has an affair, and then something real bad happens. It's probably what would happen if I had an affair.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll go to commercial and come back and expound on that. We'll be back. Here's those who saw your director for the movie, Carl Reiner here, know what this bit of bad luck or misfortune is, but why don't you tell everybody else what happens?
Well, she has this affair and he croaks, sort of. Yeah, he dies. After.
After it's over, yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you set up the clip that you brought?
Well, he's dead, and so she wants to. She's a very proper woman, so she wants to call 911 and let the police know that there is someone dead. She just doesn't want them to know that she killed him.
Yeah. Okay, you can watch on your monitors. You at home, continue to watch the television sets. There it is, right there. Sandy?
Eureka, we're rich, oil.
Let me negotiate with Junker.
Negatory, you dare him.
Whatever it takes.
It takes getting to me.
My pleasure.
Wait a minute. Okay, look at the audience, though. Look at the audience. The audience is like, audience start whispering, saying,
This is a bad movie.
but they were trying to be polite. They were like, we'll have to go see this, honey. Okay, what the deal is that's not sibling rivalry. That's not the clip at all. To tell them what that is.
That is the worst thing that ever hit the air. That is called, I remember it! Highway Honeys. And I was playing Dragon Lady, not like O-N, like D-R-A-G-G-I-N. Dragon. We were tow trucking company. But you know who else was in that with me?
A friend of mine.
Keenan Wayne.
Yes, Keenan from Living Color was one of the... you all were the bad guys. That's how I know about the film.
Oh, that was the worst. Thank you for bringing it on and sharing it.
Now, did that ever get released?
Oh, yes. And you know, when I did that, I was really hoping it would go to series. I'm really glad it didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was unfair. And you've always been so kind to me. How could I do that? Bad host. Okay.
It was some fine acting.
Okay, we're setting up sibling rivalry.
Now, what else do you have?
No, I don't have anything else. You did the wild thing with this guy. He died, and dot, dot, dot. Sandy, let's see this clip.
I don't want to see it.
This is the one.
I'm a sinner. Oh, God, I'm a killer sinner. I'm a sinful killer. God. Forgive me, please. Forgive me. Hello. I'd like to make an anonymous report. Is that okay? Yes, please. Oh, I just thought you should know that there is a dead man in room 402 at the Summit Bluff Sheraton. Did you get all that?
Yeah, I got it.
Good.
The movie. That's sibling rivalry. Yeah. The audience looks happier now.
It's not as good as Highway Honeys, but you could all come over to my house and see the whole Highway Honeys.
Now, in that movie, there's, now I haven't seen it yet, but Carl Reiner tells me that while you're making love, you scream some strange things. And I've heard women scream some strange things.
Like what?
No, next door to me, the people next door to me. He said you scream like, Inagata Davida. I've never heard a woman scream, Inagata Davida. And you scream something, the topper, Aunt Jemima, Aunt Jemima. Now, who wrote that, or is this typecasting? Where did those words come from?
Carl tricked me. The scene doesn't show us making love. You just hear it. And Carl tricked me. He said, just, you know, yell out anything that you think that this woman might yell out. And then when we really show the movie, we'll have you come in and do a different track. And I said, oh, okay. So I also asked the crew what was the grossest thing that anybody had ever said to them while they were making love. So they had good stuff, you know, so that's where... And she was domestic, so I thought my Aunt Jemima was...
Wait, did someone on the crew give you that?
No, I made that one up because, you know, she cooks for her husband pancakes and stuff.
Maybe it's me. Do you all understand the connection? That's a strange thing to scream.
What is the... I'd just like to ask you one thing, Black Gumby. What is... Do you recall maybe the grossest thing you ever said to a woman?
The grossest?
Well, the thing that you know how men...
Or the strangest?
The women know this. Men say things to women during, you know, because they think it's very sexy and it will excite women. And it doesn't, usually. You know, women really like men to shut up.
Really?
Yes!
Because I think men like y'all to say anything.
Well, that may be true.
Yeah, but you all like us to
We
shut up.
like you to just shut up, do your business, and go home.
Wow. I'll tell you if you tell me.
I will.
Okay.
Okay.
I said this and I knew it was stupid. I've said a lot of stupid things, but you said the stupidest.
Yes.
I said this and I realized the next day it was stupid. I said, tell me I'm the last. This the end of the road, ain't it? It's that good. And I said that. I'm sorry. I feel awful, and I knew it was stupid. But what's even worse is she said, yes, you're right. Yes, this is the end of the road. Yeah. Well, I kind of wanted to know that this was the ultimate and you'll never need anyone else. And when you're making love, stupid things go through your mind, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
That one's really...
No, please. Don't tease me. Okay, now you got to tell me. What?
Well, I didn't say it. I had it said to me.
Oh, was it stupid or gross?
It was both. Okay.
Was it Parker?
No. I have slept with 2 men. That is a confession I must make to you all.
Really?
Yes. The second man, he was actually before her.
Yeah.
This is the grossest thing. Give me those lips. Give them to me, give them to me. Give them to me now. What does baby want?
And of course, you all already have the answers. Do your business and go home. That's what baby wants. And get those lips away from me. That's what baby wants. Oh, my. So that wasn't Parker.
No.
That was your first boyfriend, or your first real boyfriend.
No. I only had one-night stand in my life. Well, it wasn't really, well, I did have a date with him.
Yeah.
But it was, you know. That's all it was.
Just a one-night stand.
Yes.
Where were you born?
Kansas.
Kansas. I didn't know they had one-night stands in Kansas.
They didn't.
Okay.
I had to move out here to have one.
Oh. Okay. This has been an interesting interview. Whenever you come, it's never boring. We
Thank
always
you.
have a good time.
Just some like Black Gumby stuff.
Oh, well, actually, you know, now that I think about it, I guess Eddie Murphy's character would have been the first Black Gumby. I'm like the second.
Yeah, but you know, I'll tell you a secret.
I gotta get that Bobby Brown haircut.
You are cuter than Eddie Murphy.
Oh, stop.
Seriously.
You must be crazy. Stop. Oh, stop. Wait. Okay, the interview's turned ugly now. No, stop. The movie is called Simply the Rivalry. And you had the premiere last night. It opens...
Friday, tomorrow. I think.
Friday. And the guy you killed is Sam Elliott, right?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Arsenio, will you just tell me one thing before I leave?
Oh, what now? You're going to embarrass me.
Tell me I'm the end of the road.
Oh, Kirstie Alley! We'll be back. Hey, last time I wear Gumby green. Carrying on the musical legacy of her father, Donny Hathaway, here's a very special new voice I think we'll be enjoying for a long time to come, performing Heaven Knows. And this is, the picture is this way, but the name is actually that way. So there's the name, and here's the picture, Layla Hathaway. My next guest is a very funny guy. He was a regular on Saturday Night Live, and he starred in a movie called This Is Spinal Tap. Now, he currently does probably all the voices outside the Simpsons household. Please welcome Harry Shearer.
I wanted to validate that because
I just can't do any of the people in the houses, but the outside voices, you know. No, I must say, Dan Castellaneta and Hank Azaria also do some of the non-family members, but I do a whole bunch of them, and, you know, I'm here and they're not, so.
You know what I think is real funny is you do most of the voices outside the household, and you do the black people in town, don't you?
Well, I do one. You know, there's a lot of guest stars. James Earl Jones has been on the show, as a matter of fact, playing, I don't know what race he was playing. It was a space alien, so it's up for grabs, but...
He's good at that.
He's good at that. He's good at everything. But I play the family doctor, who is a sweater-wearing, very educated member of the community who happens to be black.
Yeah.
So, do the Oakland A's rage against the dying of the light, or do they go gentle into that good night? Or should I just learn another poem?
It's Vin Scully's question for you, ladies and gentlemen. So tired of that. Every time.
Do they rage against the dying of the light?
I'm so glad that season is over and the basketball season is beginning, doggone
Yeah, because you're a huge basketball.
Yeah. It's about time.
Yes.
It's about time.
How did you get interested in basketball?
Well, I was not involved in sports or physical education of any kind as a child. I got skipped in school, which is the worst thing to happen to a kid, get skipped grades. So then I'm 2 years younger than everybody around me, and I get put in corrective gym. The worst. Now, the corrective gym, I mean, it's probably a good idea. It's meant for kids with weight problems or coordination problems, but they throw people who don't fit the norms in there, too. I mean, I just couldn't run 100 fast enough because I was 2 years younger than everybody else, and all of a sudden there's a maniac is marching us around the gym field in our little shorts, you know, in Army maneuvers. This is in junior high school, and this is probably what gave me my love of the Army to this day. Then I get to high school, and I figure, okay, I'm finally going to enjoy myself and do something I enjoy. I'm going to take a swimming class, and I run into a guy who probably should have been locked up years before, who had us, the rules at this high school were you could not wear swimming trunks. Guys could not wear swimming trunks. It was not a co-ed class, of course, and you started the class started by diving off the 10-meter board. And this was a class I took to learn how to dive. So every day, I hit that part of my body just below the waistline, smack on, you know, without anything to protect it. And after about 10 days of this, I said, Mom, get me out of this. Get me back into typing class or something. So, you know, I was not interested in any form of physical activity that didn't take place in the bedroom or a car seat until I was 27 years old. And a friend of mine at Warner Brothers Records took me to a Laker game in the middle of their 33-game win streak. It was the Lakers and the Phoenix Suns. And, man, the place was going crazy, and it was, you know what it was.
Yeah,
it was just so great. It was Wilt and Jerry West and all these wonderful people. And I was just totally amazed. And I said, man, I've been missing stuff. I thought basketball was the Globetrotters, you know? Yeah. And the next day, he took me out and he said, now let's play. He took me to a playground on Robertson Boulevard down in Los Angeles, and he said, now let's play. And it's the first time I played serious ball, and I got totally hooked on it.
Were you good that day?
I was terrible that day. I didn't know what I was doing. But I had great lung capacity that I'd never used, and I hadn't screwed up my legs as a kid, so I've got, you know, I had all those years left in my legs that people shouldn't have in their late 20s and early 30s, you know. So I started learning, and it's such a great game because, especially if you're in show business or any business like it, you know, where you get these weird kinds of feedback, you know, it was great and you know it wasn't, or it wasn't great and you know it was. When you're on the basketball court and you're stinking up the joint, nobody says, my people will get back to you later about that, you know? They get off the court, man, let somebody who knows how to play. Yeah. And if your shot is on, then, you know it because suddenly they're saying, somebody guard that guy, you know? Yeah. So it's that immediate thing that you get.
It's an honest world. It's like theater.
Yeah, it's really honest.
We take a commercial and come right back with more Harry Shearer. Usually I look forward to talking to you about politics when you're here. What do you think?
Well, you know, you have to feel, I guess, a little bit sorry for George Bush. I mean, he can't get a budget. He sent 150,000 troops to a war that he doesn't have the guts to fight and doesn't have the guts to pull out of. You know, it's a situation where it's like, well, you know, don't bother to read my lips. I'm too scared to move them.
me those lips. Give me those lips, baby. What you want? Give me those lips.
And then, you know, at the same time,
Here's Gorbachev winning the Nobel Peace Prize. Now, Arsenio, I don't begrudge him the money because, of course, I could make that much money in one day doing a Depends commercial, but...
so it's weird. I don't know, and I'm not taking sides in any of this, but I do think Saddam Hussein could use a little advice in how to get across on American television a little bit better. You know, something like Lifestyles of Saddam Hussein might, you know.
The pleasure palaces of the pashas of Persia pale by comparison to the private life of this very private man.
You know, just get Robin Leach to hang out with him for a while and let us get to know him a little bit. You know, that would be my advice.
Hussein. Last time you were here, we were talking about Spinal Tap and movies that you've done.
Yeah.
Did you work with Stallone?
Yes, Sylvester Stallone, not Frank Stallone.
Yeah.
Yes. That's important to say right off the bat. I just finished this movie with Sylvester Stallone. It's his first comedy. It's called Oscar, directed by John Landis. And it's a farce about a mobster who has to quit the mob in the 1930s because he's made a deathbed promise to his dad. And it was very funny because it's a beautiful Victorian house set that we're doing the movie on, and it's got an actual library with actual books. Usually in Hollywood, the books are just like fake backs of books, and you open it up and it's plywood. But there are real books there. And we're waiting for the guys to light the set one day, and we're just standing around, and unknown to me, Mr. Stallone had sat down and pulled out a book. And and he's got a very loud, he's a trained actor, and he's got a very big voice. Suddenly we're talking and just looking at stuff, and you hear,
Once upon a midnight weary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten law.
I'd never heard it read quite that way before, you know? He's really a big Poe fan. And the other thing he did, which I thought was cute, was the whole house is full of flower arrangements, beautiful flower arrangements. And I saw him actually, he comes on the set and he's doing this, and he actually punched out the roses one day. Just hit the roses, and they were gone for the day. But
I have to talk to him.
And the roses were favored 5-1, so it was an odd. Who knew?
Who are you pulling for? Like I said, this show will air after the fight. Simpsons. You're going with the Simpsons.
Yeah, Simpsons, baby. Simpsons in two.
And how about that other fight?
I don't even pay attention. Basketball is all I pay attention to.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not into boxing?
No, when it's not basketball season, it's like I look at the sports page to see transactions, who got traded on our basketball team. But the Simpsons thing has been such a thrill for me because for the first time I've been, you get a lot of thrills in show business. I'm a voice on a pinball machine. There's a Simpsons pinball machine. And there was like a day when you got to go in and go, yes, hit another ball, take another shot, with all these voices. And you get to say odd things like that. Hit it again, hit it again.
Has that been on yet?
I think it's just come out, yeah.
Just come out. Well,
so play me.
From The Simpsons and a whole lot of other stuff. Public radio show and everything.
Yeah.
This is Harry Shearer. Thanks for coming back, man. We'll be right back.
I'll see you in about 23 hours. Thanks for stopping by. Peace.
Accommodations arranged by Best Western. For reservations at any of the 1,900 Best Western hotels, motor inns, and resorts in the USA and Canada, call toll-free. Best Western, the world's largest lodging chain.